Good morning. Welcome to the E3 Market Report. I'm Pat McClatchy. We're running a little late today. We had our cotton market teleconference this morning, so that set us back some. The exports have come out. We want to go over those with you and give you the market reaction. We'll start off with cotton. The cotton number showed 43,500 running bales. That's down 59% from the previous week and down 48% from the 4-week average. The increases were reported. Turkey took 10,500, Vietnam took 10,000 running bales, and Peru took 4,800. Even though that is off from what we've seen recently, those are still excellent numbers considering the actual availability of cotton. Looking at the market, just before this number came out, cotton was down 72. We'll talk about that in just a minute. And right now the market is down about 86. The soybean number is 164,000 metric tons, and that's up 26% from the previous week, but down 5% from the 4-week average. Mexico took 54,600, Bangladesh took 52,800, and Switzerland took 46,700. Those are the bean numbers. The bean market was down 5 when this came out, and right now the bean market is down 4 and a quarter. In the November was down 4. Right now the November is down about 5.5. Corn number that we have here is 495,600 metric tons. That's up 7% from the previous week, but down 14% from the prior 4-week average. Increases were reported. South Korea took 157,500 metric tons. Japan took 133,200 metric tons, and Peru took 40,000 metric tons. With this, at the time this came out, the corn market was down a penny. Right now, the corn market is still down a penny. The wheat market, the numbers there, 376,700 metric tons. That's a big number for wheat relative to what we've seen in recent weeks. Nigeria took 105,000 metric tons. China took about 57,000 metric tons. And South Korea took 34,500 metric tons. Reaction there, the wheat market before this report came out was down 6. Right now the wheat market is down 6.5. So not a lot of change there. We've had this week, the crop report came out a couple of days ago. We'll go over that and see what those numbers show in just a second. We are right here. Looking at the production estimates that came out actually yesterday, corn, the estimate there was for 13.6 billion bushels, and that is slightly lower than the average guess. The soybean, it was 3.8 billion bushels. That is slightly higher than the average guesses were. Cotton was 14.5. That's slightly lower than the average guesses. And then as we look at carryout for 2014-2015, the corn number was 1.876 carryout. The average guess was 1.858. That's for corn. Soybeans, the number was a little lower, and I think this was sort of the feature of the day for reaction. Most things were neutral, but this number, 330 million bushel soybean carryout for 2014-15. The average guess was 342. Cotton, 4.4 million bales. They expected 4.51, so that was a little bit constructive. Looking at new crop, the 2015-16 corn, 1.771 is what the number came out. That's a little higher than the average guess was. Soybeans, 475 million bushels for carryout. The average guess was 485. Then we've got cotton, very much unchanged, 4.4, and that's kind of what they thought. The cotton numbers across the board, whether it be exports or beginning stocks, were exactly the same numbers from the previous month. And so the reactions of the markets were pretty uneventful types of things. We've already reported earlier in the week on planting progress. Cotton, 81% planted versus the average of 89%. Texas has got 75% of the crop planted versus 86%. The Texas crop is 50% good to excellent. Soybeans, 79% planted versus 81%. Corn, most all the crop is planted. Both beans and corn are 74% good to excellent. So just a really good start there. Just want to make a couple of comments. This morning there was an official announcement that in China that they were going to be releasing cotton from their reserve. This is not really new news. Everybody in the industry knew about it. And most people also know that the cotton that will be released will not be a high quality cotton. But the reaction of the market this morning, when we walked in here, we were down over 100. Right now the cotton market is down in July, down 68. And in December down about 85. So that we're starting to moderate the reaction. The biggest thing is the dollar is up 60. That's considered a negative. All grains are down. Cotton's down. Gold's down. Crude oil is down. So most everything on the board is down right now. And usually a good move in the dollar will reflect that. The dollar actually feels toppy, as if it could move down more, so that could continue to provide some opportunity for these markets to get bounces. And for you, if you are a farmer, it's an opportunity, hopefully, to be doing some pricing. If you are someone who is using this, a commercial that needs to buy grain or cotton, then we think you're going to get opportunities in the grains later, and the cotton continues to be an up and down affair. So and we don't think that'll change. So that's really it for today. We just were late on our broadcast. Hope you'll join us again for our E3 report next Thursday. Thank you.